Hi, everyone. My name is Reina Garcia Ramos, Professor of Education and Chair of the Department of Education and Pedagogy at Pepperdine University. And I'm joined with my colleague here today.
My name is Ray Francis. I'm a professor at Central Michigan University and I work at the undergraduate and graduate levels. And welcome. We are glad to see you all today.
And we are from the Programmatic Action Committee, Meetings and Professional Development, the committee that works for you.
Today we're going to be sharing and taking a look at some information about tips for your AACTE 2027 proposal. First thing we need to make sure is that everybody understands that there are things that make a proposal stand out. For example, as members of the Meetings and Professional Development Committee, we see a lot of thoughtful submissions. The strongest proposals are not always the most complex. They're the ones that clearly communicate their purpose, their focus, that can demonstrate an impact and help our attendees at the conference understand what they will learn and take back to their institutions and organizations.
All right, so tip number one, the first thing that you want to do is to make sure that you align your proposal with the conference theme. This year's conference theme is Empowered, the Pathway to Progress. It's an opportunity and a responsibility for all of us to share the great work that we're doing in our educator preparation program. It's an opportunity for you to share out what's happening in educator preparation programs in teacher ed, school counselors, administration, and other education professionals around the country. Make sure that you have an opportunity to look at the different themes. The other thing that you want to do is to make sure that you have a strong abstract. First impressions go a long way. Your abstract will be definitely one of the areas that the reviewers will focus on.
In addition to that, another area you need to make sure that you are dealing with is the idea of demonstrating evidence. As a part of that, we're going to end up taking a look at, well, evidence comes in many different forms. Great ideas are important, but our reviewers and our members want to see evidence, and that evidence needs to include things like data, outcomes, lessons learned, your perspective, promising practices, or the implementation of results. You see, you need to make sure that you can use the evidence to make your case for why your project or your idea is important and impactful to the organization and to the field. The next one is the idea of collaborative writing. One really neat thing that happens whenever we take a look at proposals is the idea that collaboration strengthens your proposal. Collaboration between peers at your institution, peers in your field, other individuals who are in the same kind of research area. Collaboration allows us to have major kinds of impacts in many different ways. The strongest proposals are rarely written in isolation, and most successful teams collaborate early and then they seek feedback from each other or from others before submitting. So, the other thing about collaboration is it tends to be a long term effect. If Rena and I collaborate this year, it's likely that our proposal next year will also involve that collaboration and build and be more and more meaningful.
And finally, the last thing that you want to think about in your proposal is how do you design for a presentation that engages your participants? What are ways that you can elaborate on discussions? Are there opportunities for your participants to become part of the presentation? So this way, your presentation is not in isolation. It's an opportunity for you to engage those that come and maybe even evolve into other areas of inquiry as you share with your participants.
Thank you. And one final piece of advice from the committee, if I could offer one bit of information for everybody as they're writing their proposal, it would be this: follow the directions. If it asks you for X number of words, follow the directions. If it asks for the proposal to be in by the due date, which is posted on the AACTE website, then follow the directions. You see, that becomes important, and that's how we're going to be looking at and evaluating proposals. Remember that we look forward to learning from your expertise and seeing the innovative work that's taking place across educator preparation. Best wishes for you to prepare your AACTE proposal.
And we look forward to seeing you in Columbus, Ohio in February of 2027.